Hey guys, common struggles for indigos, highly sensitive people, light workers, free spirits, all the all. Healers, teachers, coaches, common struggles. There are some very specific ones, and I just want to put them out there because oftentimes we are misunderstood. When we don't understand something, people fear it. And when you fear something because you don't understand it, it is misunderstood. And so many of us grew up being misunderstood. And to this day, we may not even fully understand ourselves. So this is my mission to really shed some light on it. First thing, if you are an indigo or a light worker or a highly sensitive soul, is you are energetically sensitive. Number one, energetic sensitivity is a hard thing. You are emotionally more sensitive. You feel things, more love, more fear, more anxiety. You feel things more. This is a normal thing for you. You also are very sensitive physically. What you eat affects you more. What you wear affects you more. The kind of fabrics, the temperature, very sensitive, psychically sensitive, and mentally sensitive. If you're feeling off, you've got to get that stuff in check. And one of the best ways is a writing meditation or a moving meditation. Walking in nature, grounding yourself, grounding your thoughts. Incredible. The second thing is you're probably mislabeled. You were probably labeled ADD, ADHD, some other behavioral thing because you're just different than the norm. You probably didn't really dig school because your soul knew that your purpose here wasn't really going to need that. And it's kind of, you already get it in a way. It's kind of boring. Maybe you were good at school and you liked it because you thought you had to get approval, or you thought you had to just get it over with. Who knows? But school really wasn't your thing. The third thing is you don't feel like you really fit in. You feel different. You just feel different. You think, God, was I born on the wrong planet? And that's because you are different. You are wired differently spiritually and psychologically. You think differently. You don't think the way that everyone thinks you should in the system. You are a free thinker. The next thing is loneliness. A lot of us indigos and highly sensitive people feel lonely. There can be people around, but you still feel lonely because there's not that intimate connection of they get me. You've been misunderstood. You want to feel like people get life like you do, and a lot of times they're vibing on a different level. So until you find your people, until you find more people like you because you're being you and you're loving you, then you attract more you. Until you find that, you're going to be looking for it and you're going to probably feel lonely a lot of the time. Now, it's easy to get out of that when you understand it more and you can really be your own best friend, but it is a hard time when you're growing up feeling alone. The next thing is behavior. We are warriors. We are very sensitive, but we are warriors and we are here to bust through old systems. So a lot of us have some anger. A lot of us have some rage. A lot of us have some anxiety. A lot of us feel a lot of fear because life is not reflecting what we know it to be and what we are here to create it into by being that change. But you can't be that change when you're fighting the old. We've got to get rid of that resistance. The anger that we feel, the rage is us resisting the way things are. But instead, we have to really accept them and understand our mission in changing them. That will help a lot. The next thing is authority. Instead of giving our power away all the time to external power or authority, it's time to take back our own and realize that we have a mission here. We are different for a reason. Everybody has their own purpose and mission, but healers and indigos and but highly sensitive people are really feeling the world in a new way, and we have to express that. And if we're not fully expressing that in a loving way, we're not going to get the attention that we need to facilitate this change. So it's really kind of shifting our behavior into more tolerance and patience, which is really hard for us. The next thing is perfectionism. Holy cow. We can be such perfectionists. We see a vision of how things can be and we just think it should be like that. We see this high vision of what we desire and we think it needs to be that. And if it's not that, that's wrong. Not enough. But it's also because we've been misunderstood a lot of our lives and we're trying to make up for it. So there's certain reasons that we are perfectionists, but we are. So instead of doing your perfectionism thing, a really good thing to remember is everything is perfection in its process. Bigger picture. Don't get stuck on the little things. And the last thing I really wanted to mention is the key in all of this is learning how to own your own truth. Being grounded, having a foundation, building boundaries, having a daily spiritual practice to check inward and really empower your soul, feed your soul. Stop looking to things that trigger you and start really living from the inside out. It's a process. If you guys don't have my workbook, check it out. Spiritual Fitness. It's really for the highly sensitive soul. It is such a foundation for me when I started doing a daily spiritual practice and integrating the stuff that I knew into my life. Everything started changing. So I wish that for you. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.